Good morning, students. Hope everyone will be fine in your home. Since this solid, liquid, and gases, they are the important chapters. So again, I am reviewing this chapter. Listen carefully. So first, talking about the matter. What is a matter? Any substance which has phase and unique characters. They are called as a matter. Matter are divided into three types: solid, liquids, and gases. So first we will learn about the solid character. So here the particles in the solids, they are tightly packed with each other. So they cannot move very easily. So for this reason, the solid, they have a definite shape and definite volume. Anyhow, some solid shape, they can able to change if some force is applied. For example, if you take the rock, break them into smaller pieces by applying the force on the hammer. What will happen? The solid will break into small pieces, but the shape will not be changed there. So the solid does not flow and can be poured into the container. So here the solid, it has a definite volume. The example for the solids are book, chairs, and pencils. Then talking about the liquids, so compared to the solids, the liquid, they are not very tightly packed with each other and they move around more than the solids. The liquid, they do not have the definite shape. It can take the shape of the container. So it has a definite volume. Liquids can usually flow from one place to another. Example, water, fruit juice, honey, and milk. So talking about the gases. So compared to solid and liquid, the gases, they are not tightly packed with each other. They have more space between them. So the particles, they can randomly move from one place to another. So it doesn't have definite shape or volume. A gas thus fills its container completely. So example for this one are steam, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Then air is a mixture of different gases. And then change of the state. What do you mean by the term change of the state? That means converting the one state to another. That is, solid can be converted into liquid. Liquid can be converted into gas. And gas can be converted into solid. So this conversion of any state, it is called as a change of state. So these changes can be done mainly by two things only, either by heating or by cooling. So one of the example is that ice cubes. Now go to the freezer, take the ice. What is the shape of the ice? It is solid in state. Now keep the ice cube on outside. What will happen? The ice will started melting and they are converted into the water, right? Now again take that water, keep it in the freezer. After some time what will happen? The water, it is converted into the ice. So here what happened? Only the states are changing either by heating or cooling method. So first one, it is called as a melting process. So for converting solid into liquid on heating, it is called as a melting process. So melting is the process by which a solid changes into liquid on heating. Example, it is said to be melting of a butter. Now take a butter. What will happen? Butter is in solid state. Now heat that one. What will happen? Since butter is a solid, the particles are tightly packed with each other. While applying the heat, what will happen? Slowly the particle loses the energy. Then what happened? So the rise in the energy increases the motion of the particles. At a particular temperature, what will happen? The whole butter, it is converted into the melted butter. Okay. So at particular temperature, where the solid completely melted into liquid, it is called as a melting point. So different solids, they will have the different melting point. I'm repeating again, listen students. Change of the state. The change of the state can be done by two processes. One is called as a heating process, or second one is called as a cooling process. First, what do you mean by the term melting? The process of changing the solid into the liquid on heating. It is called as a heating process. Example, I am going to melt the butter. Okay, now butter is in a solid state. Solid means the particles are tightly packed with each other. If you apply the heat, what will happen? The particles started melting. So what happened? The tightly packed particles, they will loose and they are converted into the liquid. At particular temperature, the whole solid will be converted into liquid. The temperature, it is called as a melting point. So different solids, they will have the different melting points. And then second one, the process by which the solid changes into liquid, it is called as a melting. Another example is called as an ice. Butter I have explained to you. And the third one, it is called as a vaporization. So what is a vaporization? Where the liquid, it is changed into the gas, is called as an evaporization. What is a vaporization? The process of changing liquid into gas. It is called as a vaporization. It can be done by two methods, evaporation method and boiling method. So, solidification. What do you mean by solidification? The process of converting the liquid into solid state on cooling. It is called as a solidification process. So here what happened? When the liquid, how the liquid will be arranged? They are loosely packed with each other. So when the liquid, you are going to cool that liquid. After cooling, what will happen? The particle loses the energy. So after losing the energy, the space between them, it will be decreasing. Then what happens? Slowly the liquid, the particles which are freely moving, they will start to stick together. So at a particular temperature, what will happen? All the liquid, they are converted into the solid with a regular pattern. So the temperature in which the liquid converted into the solid, it is called as a freezing point. Example, solidification of a ghee. I am repeating again, what is a solidification? The process of converting liquid into solid on cooling process. It is called as a solidification. Now take the water. Water is in a liquid form. Put it in the freezer. What will happen? The temperature will be taking place. At a particular temperature, what will happen? The liquid, the particles are loosely packed with each other. So now what happened? The particle loses this energy. The gap between them, they are filled with the particles and they will get the regular pattern. So the temperature at which the liquid fully converted into the solid, it is called as a freezing point. And then vaporization, as I have told, the process of changing liquid into gas, it can be done by boiling or the evaporation method. In boiling, what happened? The liquid is heated. On heating, what will happen? The same only. Liquid, when you apply the boiling, what will happen? The water, it started boiling. So the liquid is heated. On heating, the particles will move very faster. And what happened? The force of the attraction will be breaking. So after breaking, what will happen? The particle loses its energy. So the temperature in which the liquid changes into gases, it is called as a boiling point. And then condensation. Here is a process by which the gas changes into the liquid on cooling. So first gas, how the gas will be? They are loosely packed with each other. So when the gas is cooled here, the particle will lose their energy. During this losing, the motion of the particles will be decreasing and they will be closer to each other. Then the force of the attraction will be increasing. The gas will be converting into the liquid. Example, formation of the dewdrops in cold. And then what do you mean by the term expansion and contraction? Expansion means what? Expanding, that is increase in size. Contraction means decreasing in size. Okay. So usually the substance expand or get bigger when they are heated. So when they contract, they usually contract or get small when they are cooled down. So when the substance expand, what will happen? The size will be same only the space will be increasing. Okay. So now see, what during expansion, what are the changes will take place, and during contraction, what are the changes will be taking place. So during expansion, the particles they gain the energy and they will started moving faster. So there will be an increase in size. This increase in size on heating, it is called as an expansion. And then contraction means the particle loses the energy and the movement will be slowed down. So the decrease in the volume of the substance on cooling, it is called as an contraction. Then we are going to learn about what is the physical and chemical change. There are two types of changes are there, physical and chemical. Physical change means the physical state of the substance will be changing and no substance are formed. So here the physical change is reversible. The substance which can be changed into new substance that cannot be reversed, it is called as a chemical change. Yesterday we have discussed this physical and chemical, right? So these are all the overall review of this chapter. And tomorrow we will discuss about the objective types questions.